over here it's like 7%. You know, so to me, um, there's no need to save anything. You know, if the drywall is wet and it's not drying, you know, take it down. The cabinets can be saved if they take it down properly to be able to remove that drywall, and that's what they were trying to do. That's why that hole and they started ripping it down like that is to try to see if they can get inside. But your cabinets are really pressed up against the cabinetry there. Also, what I did was, you know, I went through the entire house and took readings like this wall. Some walls look like they're drying up. This is 20% here. But in some of the walls out here, this one's at 37. I think this one had a reading of 100%. So to me, if this is already cut, they might as well. I mean, they could either go ahead and finish cutting this so that the air can actually get in and start to blow underneath, because it's coming down pretty strong in there. Um, and I mean that, and each wall is a little reading a little bit different. So some of them are drying up, but some of them, you know, aren't drying. I think even out here with your cabinetry, like this wall, I think it's reading at 100%. Like I'll do a baseline up here. It's this number right here, 9.8. And then down here, it's at 90. Yeah, well, obviously the water was, you know, running through. So to me, if they cut the baseboard, like this is stopping them, and they don't have any machines in this area for it to actually be drying up. Not saying that they're not doing a bad job. I'm just letting you guys know, you know, what we're seeing. Over here, like here, this wall is like almost dry. It's like 7.5, but that wall had more water in it. Over here with your tile, I got 16 at the top. Down at the bottom, we're at 84. Yeah. Yep. Some type of moisture is in there, right? And so I saw that too, like behind your cabinets, you're gonna have like just like I went in there before, the water is there. Your floors, I was getting consistent readings, so I don't think there's a lot of water trapped in underneath the floor. I did. I did. Now the question is, are y'all gonna be able to find that same tile?
See, they don't know why they did that. Because my dad was like, why the hell did they do that? Because he didn't do this. Like, we all, luckily, the people that live in this cul-de-sac, their dad owns a tile company and he had bought all these houses. So we're not going to knock on their door and see if, because I'm assuming he's the one that did this, his company. So we're going to hope that they have a piece of that. So my dad said, worst comes to worst, if they don't, he can cut it even and make it. He's going to put the flooring in the other rooms anyway, so he said he can cut it to make it flow to where if they don't have another piece of tile.
Okay.
We would prefer to find that piece of tile and just keep it.
Which is fine. Just to let you know, if you can't find it, you guys will be able to pick new tile out and be able to actually get new flooring all throughout wherever this floor is continuous. So, okay.
I mean, just honestly, like, we're trying to get back in this house. Like, it's
Understand.
my parents, but Jesus Christ.
Yeah, understandable. And which is why I said, you know, if you also wanted to stay somewhere else, that's also covered by your policy. You just have to, you know, keep me informed on how much you're able to take. Yeah, now your closet was also reading. I would recommend them removing that. Yep, I would recommend them doing the baseboards in there because it's also reading at about 100%. Yeah. Um, so it was also reading pretty high in there too as well. Your bedroom, I believe, was okay. Your bedroom was okay. It was, I think, the carpet kind of slows it down. It helps absorb some of the moisture too, because you got carpet pad underneath there as well, also doing a lot for you. And these exterior walls. The only other place where I have is notes is just where they were trying to remove the baseboard and it caused those damages to the walls, which will, they might as well go ahead and cut that out and just allow the air to just start to circulate and get inside there. It could be another few days to where you guys have, the machines here. I know it's been out for a four.
They're keeping them until Wednesday.
Okay.
Before they were gonna get them out before their adjuster, the insurance guy comes.
Okay. Okay, cool. So I was just going to go around and take some additional pictures just for my memory and just get the readings out. Yeah, I mean, one of the number one things to me is just this ceiling. I'm just not sure why. You might as well go ahead and take that down. Because the moisture in the air, the dehues help kind of absorb that, but just the moisture in the air, if it's not getting into the dehues, just falls somewhere else, and your humidity stays up high, and then that water just gets onto something else. So,
Okay.
all right.
So what do we need to really do? Yeah, like, what's
I know. Here's the worst part. Let me tell you. Let me be straight up with you guys. Here's the worst part for a homeowner is there's almost nothing you can do
Okay.
for some time. You almost have to just, sit patient while the process just just plays out, which is just agonizing. I understand for homeowners, but in our part, what we try to do is we try to make sure that there's nothing in our court for there to be like done. Anything we need from you, we're going to ask for it right away. Anything we need from the MIT company also has to put together their estimate, but they can't start that until they're done. So that's going to take either, another 5 to 7 days for their guys, not because he's not quick, but he may have a list ahead of you to where you guys can get in there. And that's what we want, because then that's going to give us what we can go back and build back. As you talk to your neighbor, let me know about the tile, if it can go in, if it can be matched, if they have the availability of it already there. Let me know those things too as well. I noticed that pipe, that tape around it is, definitely got to maybe just do a good tight fix on that. Plus, maybe try to go back with more insulation in that room, just because it happened twice to you guys now.
So he's supposed to come today at some point, since he calls.
Okay, okay,
We'll see how that goes. Now,
okay.
All this BS gets done.
Mhm.
As far as like buying our new floors and all of that, like, or do we just like go ahead and buy it, or do we wait on like?
I would wait a little bit. You could buy it if you bought it ahead of time. Just save your receipts, save your credit card statements and such like that. They're going to try to see if the tile is available. I rarely see this type of flooring.
No, we're gonna do different, like the vinyl hardwoods and the other.
Okay.
And the other end is not the tile.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. So those floorings,
I
those.
didn't know if, like, we need to wait on like. What I didn't want to happen is everything gets going and ready, and then we're sitting here waiting on floors to be delivered. You see what I'm saying?
I do.
We should go ahead.
I do. One of the things about going back is the insurance company is only going to owe you for what you have. So what you're going to want to do is price it out per your carpet, which you guys had a very high grade carpet. You didn't really have that cheap stuff. You actually had like fibers, like your.
Me and my dad had already priced it, and I was like, "That's expensive." He was like, "Big girl, no, it's not compared to what carpet would be." And I was like, "Okay."
Okay, gotcha. So, but yeah, okay, so that's perfect. So yeah, you can start pricing that out. You can start picking out what you guys want in those rooms. Yeah, just keep in mind that it's did they save a piece of that old carpet? Okay. I have pictures of it because it's not, most carpet is like you can almost like shave it. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yours is like, yeah, yours was like a fingerling type of carpet. Yeah, yeah. So, hey, you don't like putting your toes in that, Dallas? Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, you can go ahead and start, picking those things out. We would just say save your receipts. That way you can get the reimbursement and take a look at that. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Any shoes? I saw the shoes out there. Do they clean that mint company, or do they clean your stuff too?
That's a good question.
Like the house.
Yeah, because some of them will also have a facility to where, like, I saw like your Uggs got destroyed and stuff like that, where they may be able to clean those. But if they don't do that, there's companies that you can either get them clean, but if they're not able to be clean, that's when you want to price it. What I need is the
Bugs don't get, they can't get wet.
Yes.
So the
Yeah, I
fact
don't
that
think
they got wet, yeah. The
So-
fact that they got wet are
okay. So then in that case, what I need is the brand. So what you do is you write the description, the brand, how much they cost, and how long you had them.
Okay.
If you don't remember exactly when, just try to estimate. Yeah, like I got them.
Like everything.
Yeah.
Like itemized every. Okay.
Yep. Yep. Every single thing.
What about like
tables and stuff or wood? Wood.
Yeah, so we would need to look at the bottom of it when we start to get back. So your personal property list, once you turn it in, it's not a done deal.
Okay.
You may add to it as you start to get
my dad
stuff
was
back.
worried about our bed framing stuff because
Okay.
like, these tables are like real wood.
Okay.
Like the little ones should probably be okay, but like that particle.
Yeah, I know.
Yes,
Right.
He was like, we might get back to your stuff and it might be blown up and warped.
And so you won't know until you get it back,
Okay.
because it won't even, I came out the next day. Even today, it may not show.
Right.
But it being sitting and nothing, nobody drying it out, yeah, you're going to have those effects several weeks later, to where it's like, oh, shucks, it is kind of swollen, things like that. So that can be added to the list as you go. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so nothing actually is a one-time deal. So even if we find more damage, if they come back and say, man, your fan is no longer working because water got hit to it, we can continue to add to the bill and everything. Even if you guys move back in and you start to notice like it's not working, we can still get it addressed.
Okay.
All right. Really good question. Really good questions.
We have so many like,
Yeah.
so what should we do? But I guess we are at the point where it's just like y'all kind of.
You got to get comfortable. Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all have done everything that y'all can do except for the list so far. So, just, yeah, wait on them to finish. Once they finish, I think that would be the best time after they actually get the estimate back to then come out. Because as we go out, I want to be able to mark things with the adjuster versus us just talking about it. Because if I can get it down on paper, hey, we talked about this, it's more support for us when he goes back to his manager and then they want to change their mind about something. It's like, no. We went through this whole list of everything,
All right. So yeah, he's coming.
Okay.
Wednesday.
And give me that invoice too, because he's probably charging for his fee to come out or his fee to do the repair. Also give us that.
Oh, like the plumber dude?
Yeah, the plumber
Okay.
invoice.
Insurance guy's coming Wednesday.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll probably postpone that because, again, I want to see the mid estimate first before he comes out. They like to rush. I don't let them rush because they think they can run. They like to run people over, and before you know it, they're like, oh, we're not coming back out a second time. So that's why it's like, even though they try, I understand what their motives are. Most of their motive is not in your favor for what they're trying to do. So I like to slow them down. You'll run at our pace instead of the horse taking off. And before you know it, they sending you guys a lane payment, and then we have to fight to get them to come up.
Okay. So just.
We'll
Should I contact or should
no,
I-
we'll contact
Okay.
them. Yeah, we'll contact them, and then we'll be in contact with y'all for what date it's rescheduled for. I want to hear from the Mint and see their invoice first.
Okay.
Yeah,
Which won't be here until Wednesday.
right,
At the earliest.
right.
Because they were coming Wednesday morning though, because then the insurance guys were coming Wednesday and stuff out.
Right, and I was telling Riri, how we know everything is going to be dry by Wednesday,
I don't know if they're gonna feel differently if the adjuster's not coming.
I say, let it dry. Let it dry, because otherwise you'll be smelling something in 2-3 months, and it's like I'm feeling sick all of a sudden, and you won't even know why you're sick.
Yeah.
So let it take its time. It's unfortunately these things. It's a real slow process. It's like a court case. Yeah, it's like a court case. It's just you got so many. What do they call it? A discovery. You got to go through a discovery process. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna get my pictures, and then we'll get out of your hairs for a little bit. And Oh yeah, so we have a water loss here. It was a pipe break on the other side of this wall. That pipe break caused. We don't know when it started, but they came home and they noticed that water was running from the front door. A bunch of water was just running out their front door. So I'm here investigating, trying to make sure that everything is properly done, not just by the insurance company, but also from the mitigation side. We're still having a lot of readings of water in the area. So what I do is I like to take my moisture meter and just be able to set up to where we know, oh, on that wall it's 80%. So let's make sure it's not just because of the type of material it is. See, this wall on this side is only 15. So with that, this is where the water was running down, and if I did the cabinetry, there's also moisture behind the cabinets here too. So this one's reading at 65%. I'll take a couple of pictures so I can remember where I was when I took it. And then if we come over to this wall over here, see, this one's only reading at 16. So it's very obvious that there's a lot of moisture, more moisture behind this wall than behind that wall, and that's an exterior wall, which usually reads at a higher reading than an interior wall. Um, oh shoot, I keep knocking this over. So right now we have a lot of blowers around to be able to get that happening. They did not remove the baseboards here, and the baseboard and this wall are reading 100% obvious. So up here, if you want to show them, you want to get in on there. This is 7.4%. Okay, but down here, that reading is almost 60. Looks like it's almost what, 90? Is it saying 90, 92, or 53? So I can't see that bottom number, but that wall is wet. So that's what this device shows us. This is a FLIR moisture meter. A FLIR moisture meter. Here may be a better, we can kind of show up here. That's 9%. Okay, and then we'll drop it down to the bottom and see if we have a reading. Almost 100. Okay, I like this video because now I don't need to take my pictures, actually. We can just do the video. So up here we have 7.4. And then if we go down to the bottom, we're at 77. 78. Let's check. So I know it's kind of tedious, but we do each and every single wall. That's your 8. Now down here, we're looking at 97, even though the air is blowing on it. You can see my little, my wristband is just like the water. I mean, the air is definitely blowing on it, but it's not helping it enough. So sometimes they should have just cut the walls. Same, let's check this out. 12. Okay, so now that's 15. Not too bad. Not too bad. Right? That's really what we want to see. We want to see lower than more. We'll do this back side. I don't know if anybody has asked any questions or not, but we can feel free to ask a question. 17. And then down here, we're at 80 plus. Okay. And the fact that it's also cold can also increase the levels because, you know, when you're wet and water, you know, the wind blows on you, you're going to be colder than if you're dry. This wall up here is at 16 or maybe even 6.2. Yeah, that was a 6.2. Let's try to get it, see if it would reset for us. And down here, we're at 72. Right there at the top, that top number. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's doing that. It usually doesn't. Let me reset it. Turn it on and off. It's been doing that lately. Which sucks because it's a very expensive device. I think I gotta reset it. Maybe a software issue. Yeah, it may be like a software issue. So up here you got the 6.4. This is the TV wall going into the master. And down here, it's looking pretty dry, 6.4, which is good for them. We already checked the bedroom. The bedroom was pretty dry. It was just the other rooms. Did we go? We saw the other rooms on there. Okay. So just going to show you guys where the pipe initially started, just in case you didn't see that when we first came in. The machines used here, these are called air movers, not air blowers, because they move the air and the air gets pulled in by the dehumidifier. And because water can travel in the air, there's a cord here that actually takes the water and sucks it out, and then that puts it into the bathroom. Okay. Now, sometimes you see a home like this, there's a foundational crack. If this was in the basement, we would probably have them test for radon. And if it was an older home, but it's a newer home, so we should be okay. Up here is where the pipe broke. That's the other side of the kitchen. These are the cabinets right there. And if you just follow right there, that's where that pipe broke. You can see it broke before and they just kind of used tape. I may actually have them remove that duct tape. Hopefully he removes that duct tape. I'll try to remember to let the homeowners know. Because it looks like a prior repair, looks like a repeat incident. But I think they had a claim before already, so they did on that same area, but it was fixed, and now they have a second issue. Underneath here, I do need to get some pictures. Where's my glove? Yeah, you can show them the fan here. You can see how the electrical could be compromised based on, you know, just that the stains, the water got there somehow. Okay, this. And so I am going to try to get a picture. Down here underneath the cabinetry. And this is one of those things that you actually got to feel sometime to actually expose the water damage underneath here. So I can feel it, but it's going to be really hard to show you guys because I can't even see it while I'm here, but I can definitely feel it. So I'm going to report that to our field adjuster. So yeah, I think that's everything. Except for down here, you know, we talked about this in our TikTok claims adjuster of the year, and you know how you got to look at the back of the door. This is in between the joint too. So most people really wouldn't see that or notice that and that door actually came from the other room. It wasn't in this room. Okay, I think we're all set. Thanks for watching.